All right, guys, welcome to our calls are normally on Tuesday evening, but we are doing this Monday evening because we have such a killer week planned ahead. And I'm just super excited to, let's see, I want to say the date. What's the date? The 24th, Monday the 24th. And this is the post-conference call. And there are just so many fun, exciting announcements that I'm really excited you guys are all taking the time out of your night to join us. And we just missed everybody at conference that wasn't there because it's just such an amazing experience. It's like none other. And just a fair heads up to those people that did attend, I'm going to have each one of you share your golden nugget that you feel like you picked up during the conference. So, Ken, since you are the only one on the call that has your camera on, I'm going to have you share your golden nugget first, and then I'm going to have Rick and Pam and Jenny as well. So be prepared to share here. Go, Ken.
I'm just excited where the company's going and what they're doing. I think the golden nugget I heard from a lot of people is take action. Just take action. The more people you talk to, the more people you have the ability to change your lives. So take action and talk to lots of people is the nuggets I got from that.
Perfect. Who's next, Rick?
Me?
Yeah, what's your golden nugget?
My golden nugget was, it was Friday night. I don't remember the lady's name. She was talking about her experiences, and she's the one who was talking about the plan that they put in place. You know what I'm talking about? I think she's Canadian, but she said something along the lines of, if there's something that you're not getting out of this business, instead of focusing on, your upline or your side buddies or whatever, be that something you want out of this, just be that change. And I really like that.
I like it. And then I'm just going to have to pause for a second. April is our newest team member. So in following that, Rick, you really are taking that advice to heart. You came back and signed up Miss April as a new rep. And so I just wanted to take a second to welcome you, April. And we have these team calls every week. And super excited to have you be joining our adventure here. All right. Oh, are you trying to say something, April? Sorry, hold on. Let me unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Thanks. I'm excited to start. I'm nervous, but I think it'll be really good.
Well, you are starting at the perfect time because you are going to get more information than you ever knew existed on this call tonight.
Cool.
So don't let it overwhelm you, but we are just super pumped because we just got back from that national convention and just lots of things to share. And Mallory, since you just hopped on, I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. But since you attended conference with us, we're having everybody share their golden nugget. So what is it that you feel like you picked up? And let's see, Jenny, you're next.
Hi.
Hi.
So I think my biggest thing was how quickly and how attainable NMD is. In my head, it seems like such a far goal, even though, you see it in front of you, what you need, and it doesn't seem like it's that bad, of all the requirements and everything. And you're like, I can do that. But then after being at conference and seeing how everybody is doing it in 2 years or less, mainly was the majority of people, it's really eye-opening to see. And after watching Dr. David Phillips, he was just fantastic, and he was probably my number one motivating person, and I can't wait to see him again on Thursday. I'm so pumped to go see him again.
Gosh, I feel like that was like the speech that I really loved the most as well. I was just sitting there during his talk thinking, oh my gosh, and I was just inviting. I must have already invited 100 people to his talk because it just blew my socks off. It was out of this world. If you guys are not planning on coming and seeing Dr. David Phillips this week, to cancel your plans so that you can. And anybody you invite with you is going to see the bigger picture of what Juice Plus really is. I mean, he broke it down to how it can literally change your genetic makeup and the biomarkers on a cellular level. I mean, it's unbelievable. But he says it in English so that we know what he's talking about, which is nice. So, yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I really loved his talk as well. And yeah, NMD is so attainable, and I'm excited to see you hit it, girl.
Me too. The energy that's in the room when you go up on stage is just awesome. And I'm already planning my song, so we'll see.
I love it. I love it. What's your song?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, let us know when you come up with one.
But I'll let you know.
And Pam, did you figure out your unmute button, hopefully? Well, maybe while she's figuring that out, Josh, you're up.
I go by Josh these days. It's interesting because I couldn't get Juice Plus off my mind today. And so I was like, this is a problem. I'm working, like I need to be working. But, and I was also thinking about it during Mass last night as well. But it was just like a lot to unpack, and I'm typically really affected by things after they happen more than during they're happening. And so the biggest takeaway for me, obviously there was so much energy, everything Jenny said, but I think I have been searching for a why of, I think these products are really awesome. If I never become a multimillionaire, I don't really care. So the money's not a big driver for me. So I've been wondering about my why. And obviously part of that is to affect people, but I don't think that's enough to drive me. And so I was just thinking about all the NMD stories that I heard at the conference, and just how so many of these people were in a spot where you would never think they would make it to where they are. They whether it's from nanny to NMD, or, the story of the really, really rich guy who spoke at Wrap Up, who drove to his very first conference in his car, slept in his car, showered at the gym. 30 years later, $100 million later. That's amazing. And I just what it's done for people's self-esteem, when it's done for their self-worth, and the way that they didn't believe they could affect the world, they ended up affecting the world. So out of that, and out of all those stories, I think one, it did make it a reality that hey, I could be on that stage one day. Probably not in 2 years. I want to have a good time with it, but maybe. But more than that, the driver that I came out with, and my why now, is actually for my mom. Because for so many years, my mom has hated her job my whole life. Mm-hmm. That story of, I was in this rut and I came out, and this is how I affected the world. I see my mom in that so much, at the beginning. And so I feel if she can see me do it, then that might inspire her to do it. And if it inspired her to do it, I hate to get all religious again, but she can't come to Jesus because she doesn't even know herself. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't value herself. And so people like my mom are now my driver. And I really got that out of conference after reflecting on it. So
you're giving me the goosebumps. Woo! Wow. So Mallory hated conference. And just so you guys know, what this woman did to come to conference, just I don't even think I would do that. And I am an NMD and a leader and everything. Penny, that little girl, she came to conference. She came to the beach. She came everywhere Mama came, and this woman, it is hard to do all of that, while not pregnant. And Mallory's expecting again. And so that is hard, not pregnant, to bring your 15-month-old, hi Penny, along with you. But I know it was so difficult for you, and she was bouncing the baby in the back. We found a play area for her and everything. But man, I just want to say thank you for trusting us and coming with us and bringing Penny to be a part of it all. And I know that it was tough, and I just want to commend you for doing that, because your eyes were so opened. in spite of running around like a crazy person with a baby. I mean, because it's hard to travel with a baby. They're off schedule and everything else. So I just want to like commend you all the way for getting your butt out there with the babes and everything. So way to go.
Thanks.
Yeah. Pam, are you able to unmute and share it all?
Hello.
Hey, yes.
Hey.
All
Okay.
right.
Hey, sound, no video.
That's well, whatever works.
So, yeah, I was missing some of it. So we're just talking about what we.
Yeah, what's your golden nugget that you took away from coming out to Anaheim with us?
Probably just the energy there, and everybody's just so pumped up, and it sounds so easy to get to the next level, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think Dr. Phillips was the one for me that was such an inspiration. I left there thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to go on Thursday. So if anybody can make it to that, that is really powerful. And yeah, that and just seeing how many NMDs walked across the stage, I couldn't believe it. We had our messenger thing on and my phone was pinging and pinging every 5 minutes. There was another NMD. It was crazy. So the next ping is going to be mine.
Woo!
So there you
I
go.
love it.
Yeah.
And I think, what everybody's saying is it's just kind of helped build vision for every single person, down to, you guys saying you want to be on stage, down to the why, down to the energy in the room, the energy of these people that are changing the world, and we're a part of that. I mean, it's just, it's humbling to be a part of the experience. And, if you weren't able to make it to conference this time, you need to put it in your calendar for next time. It's in October and it needs to be there. And no matter what, try not to miss conference, because it is the #1 paying activity to go and to get your team to go. And, when we have these events in town, like Dr. David Phillips, the highest paying activity you guys can do this week is to invite like you've never invited before. I mean, know that talk is absolutely phenomenal. Anyone that is into athletics, to needing to know why they're putting Juice Plus in their body, to sick people that need a doctor's explanation, right down to the doctors themselves. There is not one person that is not talking about Dr. David Phillips and his talk, and it is out of this world. Like, I mean, I don't want to say that it was better than Mitra's, but I feel like it on so many levels attached to other people's why they would be taking Juice Plus, or why they would want to be taking Juice Plus. We all have microbiome, but like Mitra talks about the science nerdy part of it that some of us don't quite understand. I feel like Dr. David Phillips brought it to a level where each person could understand it. So with that being said, Travis?
So one of my big takeaways was they had a graph up there on the screen about how many people take omegas right now. And it was like 50% of people do. So what I saw is, now that we have this, it should be the easiest sale ever made, because you get not just omega-3, but you get 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So you're talking 1 dose a day for all of these versus taking numerous different pills for all the different numbers. So that was my big takeaway, is they just made life way easier for everybody on this call right now.
And we're going to lead into that as well. Why? So Travis told me we had the sample bottle that didn't even have like all the fancy labeling and stuff on it. And as you guys know, with my allergies, I'm being careful adding every single new thing in my diet really carefully. But Travis said, oh, well, I would have been taking those all along.
If I knew that because it was a black label, so it had black and white writing. They had no description of anything that was on it. It just said Juice Plus Omega Blend. Mm-hmm. And so I can't have shellfish and many other saltwater fish. I don't know what they all are at this point, but they just took the fish out of it, so they're going right to the plant. And I don't have the thing. Kelly Kessler put something up on Team Adventure today of all the different derivatives that are in it. And I think that would be, I don't know if we have it. Yeah, there it is.
But he makes a good point, right? A lot of people might not be taking fish oil for the same reason as Travis. If they're sensitive to shellfish and are worried about what is in a potential fish oil, they will be able to take ours, which is a really great point.
So I don't know if you guys can read this, but I don't even know if it's forwards or backwards on your screen.
It's good.
But anyway, they're just oils from different things. So like for me and my family, my mom and my dad are both fish and shellfish sensitive. So I already talked to them, and that they're on board as far as, I mean, this for me is the easiest sale out of all the products that we have, because 50% of people are
How many
using
sales have you already made?
I don't know.
Travis has been on the phone talking about this ever since we got back from conference. So I want to commend you for that as well, because that's just cool. And Travis and I have made a pact to do this business together, and it's easier when you're doing it together with your spouse and to have that support. And so we came up with a challenge for the team that we're going to release here come May. We're still putting the pieces together, but we want some input for you. But Pam, you have your hand raised. What's up?
I wondered if there was some literature on the other than omega-3. Is there something that explains what the other numbers mean and why the other 4?
So we have a little pamphlet here that came with it. I'm sure they're going to be releasing some of these questions. We're going to become more educated the more that we get immersed in it and everything else like that. If you're a sales coordinator or higher, you can sell it to 5 customers. That is it. Okay. And then for the rest of you, they will be releasing it come next conference. Last time they released something, it was the bars, and they sold out so fast. It was unbelievable. So what I am doing right now is I plan on reaching out to every single one of my current customers and explaining some of these things as we get some explanation behind them. But the idea is to create kind of a waiting list. You know, which one of your customers wants to get on that list, who wants their order put in the system first, the second you can release it. So it's also a good way of reaching out to your other existing representatives and customers. But what it says in this pamphlet is just full spec, and all, I posted this in our chat already. Okay, so full spectrum omegas, while most omega products provide only 3, this omega provides all of them, fatty acids balanced as they actually occur in nature. So without reading the whole thing right now, I'm sure it says something in that. So make sure to read that. I posted this pamphlet right in the team chat, so maybe take a glance at that to answer your questions.
Well, and to be honest too, they haven't really delivered a whole lot of information on it just yet, but I'm sure that's right around the corner. They're usually really, really good with the research of everything. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's just saying in this pamphlet really that omega-3s are 90% of Americans don't get enough 3s, and that's a problem because omega-3s are important to your health, as are fruits and veggies. So it doesn't give a real good explanation in here, but yeah, I'm sure they're going to follow up with it. So just know that it's available. That's a really great question. If you find the answer to it, let us know. And that's something we could ask Mitra also.
Are those capsules or gummies?
They're capsules.
they're capsules, and it's a special capsule where they use tapioca to to seal the pill together. So it's a lot like the fruits and veggies and berries capsule, only this is tapioca. So they have to do this new technology in order to get it to fuse.
And it's 100% vegan. So our capsules right now are not vegan at all. And so it's really cool. This is the same capsule they're going to be putting our fruits, vegetables, and berries in. So they developed a new technology for that capsule itself, actually, too.
Is it easy to take apart?
I haven't even
I don't
opened
know.
this yet.
The white one is right over there.
Oh.
Go grab it. Let's
Just
find
because
out.
my husband can't swallow the capsules, that's why I was hoping it was in a gummy.
So Lindsay, the capsules are cold fused, put together. You can't unscrew them, but you can cut them out. You can cut the end of it off and then either drink it or put it into something.
Have
Okay.
you pulled one apart yet?
No, I read a post on who was it? She was giving it to her kid because she cut the tip off and just was putting it right on his tongue.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you could just cut it. Yeah.
I've cut open gel caps before.
Yep.
Works pretty well.
Yeah.
Use a tack or something.
Cool. All right.
Do we know if there is going to be a gummy?
I didn't hear anything on it. I would assume not because it's a liquid. I would just assume not, but I don't know the answer to that. Could be future. So, but for now we have the capsules, and I'd rather take one capsule than go to the store and buy 5 different ones. So I'm really excited about it, and I wish they were releasing it all right this second, but it does kind of give you guys, like I said, an opportunity to reach out to other people with it.
So they're fused together. It looks like a normal capsule, but
So it's just the oil in there. Kind of cool, huh?
Thank you.
And you won't be
So-
burping fish.
this was our original bottle, so we had no clue what was even in it.
Right?
Just black and
And they
white.
did really good with the graphics on it, though, right? So, and then they have the labeling on it like that as well. So if you're a sales coordinator or higher, you can get this in your virtual office starting today. And pick your 5 favorite customers. But Travis had a good point on that as well. Since they're not releasing this until October, I would get a 6-month commitment from those 5 people that are wanting to sign up, because you don't want to waste it on somebody who's just going to try it for this month, right? I would let them know that we only can choose 5 people, and this is a trial period. We're really wanting some feedback on it, and so I would make them, at least verbally commit to that 6 months. That was a really good point.
Right, because if you get one person that says, "Oh, I don't like it," or it makes me, it doesn't jive well with my body or whatever. Like I was afraid of if it was shellfish, I would be out. Of course, these aren't shellfish, so they shouldn't have that issue. But if it's something, you guys all know, you have customers that are wishy-washy on certain things. Definitely get that commitment, so you're not wasting your 1 of 5 on somebody that's going to back out.
So out of curiosity, like when beginning the fruits and vegetables and the powders, Mitra and just the community is really good at saying, these side effects could possibly happen. You might feel bloated, you might feel this, you might feel that. Do we have an idea about any possible side effects when first beginning the omega supplement?
The only thing that I heard is that instead of burping fish, you're burping this citrus
Burping plant.
wonderfulness.
Citrus flowers and springtime meadows.
Yeah. Okay.
But those 5 people that we pick to be our customers really are going to be that guinea pig category. So we want to know, if it did anything good. We want to know if it did anything bad. We want the feedback. So make sure it's 5 people
So
you
does it same supply as the capsules? Is it a 4-month supply or is it a 1-month supply? I missed that. I'm sorry.
So it will be a 4-month supply, and it's the same price point as the Vineyard blend. So it's about $33 a month.
Okay. Thanks, Linz.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions on the omegas before we continue on? All right, cool. All right, so moving forward, we have a lot to cover tonight, so I am recording this. But again, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to hop on. This is like the biggest team call we've had in a really long time, so it's exciting me. So I'm glad that we can get you guys all pumped up just like we are. So I'm going to give you guys a minute. If you do not have a piece of paper or a calendar in front of you, get it.
Lindsay's driving.
And Lynn's, this is recorded, so you will be able to write it down later. And actually, while you guys are grabbing that, I am going to post something in the team page so that you guys will have it. All right, so if you have your calendar in front of you, here are some dates that we want you to put in your calendar.
Is that include in October?
What's that?
When is conference in October?
Yep, that's where we're going right now. But what, y'all never asked me what my takeaway was, just by the way. I feel left out.
What's your takeaway?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So my big takeaway, this is the quote that really stuck with me. And Joy Kelly, I think, said it. Your calendar. We want some accountability in this business. And this business is a little bit difficult only because we don't have a boss. We have nobody to answer to. We have nobody saying, hey, are you getting your Omega calls done? Hey, are you know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So the quote that I took away was that, take your calendar to your upline and ask them if, based upon your calendar, your Juice Plus calendar, if they would give you a loan.
Like a bank would.
Like a bank would, based upon your activities on your calendar. So, I think I brought my, I think it might be on the.
Oh, great.
Oh, right there.
Oh.
Right there. I did bring it down. Okay. But based upon the activities in your calendar. So what I went and did, I went to Target and bought myself a calendar specifically for Juice Plus. Okay, it's about $5. You can go do that as well. Grab the other thing up there too, please. And just this week is filled in like crazy already. Okay, I also found this, which is kind of cool. Okay, it was like a weekly to-do. And this was in the dollar section. It was $1, literally. So go to Target, get yourself some of these, and you should have some activity on your calendar every single day. Okay, and if I were to look at your calendar right now, would I give you a loan if you were asking for it like a bank? That's pretty powerful, isn't it?
So already this month, she's got, well, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we've got the team call, happy hour, rip wrap, everything that's already Juice Plus oriented that we always do anyway, right? With Tuesdays with rip wrap and the team calls. This week's different. Dr. David Phillips is in town twice, once in Colorado Springs and once in Denver. So both of those are on here. And yes, we have people going to both. So the other thing, the other quote is, don't go to events by yourself. You should always have somebody come with you, period. So never show up a loner if you've got somebody that will show up with you.
Yeah, because it's the most highly paying activity, and you're gonna help affect more people's lives if they come with you to these events. Because we can't talk as good as Dr. David Phillips. There is no way. He was amazing. Okay, so get people. It's easy to invite. Hey, we're going to happy hour. We're gonna go listen to Dr. David Phillips. Will you come with me, please? Even if it's, hey, I don't want to go alone to this thing and I have to go. Will you please come with me? Like, whatever you have to say to get people in, butts in seats is what Jeff Olson says. Butts in seats, okay? So if you have your calendar, we are going to start with tomorrow. Lots is going on tomorrow. Rip Wrap is happening at 10:30. 10:30? 10.
We'll
10.
post it.
10 o'clock. 10. What's that? 10? Okay. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock every single Tuesday. So what did I do in my calendar? I posted for the entire month that Rip Wrap is every single Tuesday. Okay. Also, our team call is usually every single Tuesday as well, with the exception of this week, which is why we're having it on Monday, which I'm starting to ask myself, is Monday a better day for a team call because there are 14 people on here? Just wondering, maybe like raise your hand if Monday's a better day for a team call. 2 people?
Raise it if
3 people is a better day?
Tuesday's a better day. We got 0.
Tuesday's a better day for me. I'm going to have to adjust my training schedule. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's duly noted. I already have it on my calendar for Tuesday, though, so that's where we're at right now. Okay. Those of you who don't know what RipRap are, what RipRap is, it's Dr. Mitra Ray's training call every single Tuesday. All right. Jenny's flexible. All right. Cool. Love it. So, Wednesday is Dr. David Phillips in Colorado Springs at 7 p.m. Thursday, Dr. David Phillips is in Denver, again, 7 p.m. The other thing I have on there is every single Thursday at noon to meet at Southwest Plaza with you guys. And that means we can hop on Zoom if you're not in state or you're not able to make it down to Littleton. But I have at least 2 hours blocked off every single Thursday committed to helping you guys get all of your questions answered and to progress your business in a manner of which you would like to. So that is something I would put on your calendar every single Thursday at noon, Southwest Plaza Food Court.
Do you record that one too?
We don't typically record that one just because it's random questions. But it's definitely, are you on your lunch break at noon, Kim?
No, I don't get lunch until 1.
Well, you could Zoom in at 1 o'clock. Really, you could just be on your phone and ask questions or listen in. That would be a good option for you. A good question.
Hey, Lindsay.
Yeah.
For the Thursday session, you said 2 hours, so are you only doing noon to 2 now instead of noon to 3?
I can be flexible.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay.
Yes.
Is the Dr. David Phillips, one of the Dr. David Phillips talks going to be streamed?
I was actually thinking that this morning. Let me ask.
I agree with all of you. That talk was just, wow.
So Jenny and Pam, when I Zoomed you in to that big group and the crowd, like, could you guys hear? Well, how did that work out?
At first, it was hard to hear, but then you did something and asked if I could hear better, and whatever you did made me hear a little bit better.
I just put my phone down on the table. I think maybe my finger was over the microphone or something. So then you could hear decently, like if I were to Zoom Dr. David Phillips into a Facebook group or something?
I think so. I mean, I could send you the recording, and I should just post the recording somewhere. Where should I post that
at? You can post it on our team page.
Okay. The regular team page, not the other little one.
Right. Do the team page, team mix page. So Jenny recorded the wrap up from conference until my phone died, at least. So they're taking you through a lot of the same exercises we are tonight. But if you care to listen to that, Jenny will post it.
So what was the quote about? Is it making you money? Do you remember that one? Does this time make you money or something?
They were talking about highly paying activities. So, if you're on Facebook and you haven't made any money off of a Facebook post forever, then that's maybe not your best bet if you have 1 hour to dedicate to Juice Plus. Maybe you need to go talk to actual human beings face to face. Jeff Roberti's quote is the 3-foot rule. If somebody comes within 3 feet of you, so for instance, Travis is within 3 feet of me, I'm going to talk to him about Juice Plus some way, shape, or form. I'm going to get his information. And that is so true. I mean, I did that the next day after the wrap up, and it's 5 a.m. and we're going to the airport, and I start talking to the guy in the hotel, and he.
We got the hotel, the Uber driver.
Yeah, and a gal at the airport.
Yeah.
I mean, so I really did that, and I got 3 contacts that morning. So it's not that hard to strike up conversation. In fact, most of us do it anyway. In fact, Rick and Ken, you guys are probably the best at it, but you guys make the intention of saying hello and how are you and good morning and everything else. I want you guys to make the intention of getting that person's information. But I think you two are the best. You guys will just walk up to random strangers. Like, we're in the middle of downtown Disney, and Rick runs across the street essentially to go say thank you to a guy who was in service or whatever. So it was just really cool. But if you set the intention to say thank you for your service, and I have something that might be able to help you, maybe you could make a lifetime friend out of it instead of just a quick acquaintance, right?
Put it on your calendar. Like, if you're gonna be on a plane or something, just put on there that you're gonna be on a plane and you hope to talk to somebody.
All right.
Seems like we need to have a session with Rick and Ken telling us their secrets on how they randomly approach people.
Put that down.
Hey,
their training.
I know we actually are going to talk about that. Let me finish this, but yes, brilliant idea, because we were already kind of thinking along those lines. In the Team Mix page, I just sent a picture. Okay, looks like this. It has all the dates and times of all the next conferences, so you guys don't miss out on this amazing energy and getting the vision that everybody got coming to conference. There's also quite a bit of interest. Debbie, you'll hate this, but there is a Seattle boot camp happening July 21st through the 23rd that we all always travel to usually. It's in Leavenworth. And since you're in Seattle, that might just be right up your alley, but I know the girls, Jenny, Pam, and Christina, were like, oh, we should go to Seattle. Should we maybe do that? And I was like,
it's where? Where'd you say it was?
It's in Leavenworth.
Oh, Leavenworth. Okay.
Isn't that cool?
There's no S in there.
Leavenworth.
Oh, Leavenworth. My bad.
Right. That's an awesome place. It's like a little Bavarian village.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. So we've gone 3 times. I've been 3 times now. Twice?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's
Very
beautiful.
cool.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. So if you want, put that on your calendar, because it is very similar to conference, where you leave there with a game plan, and it's really a great place to ask somebody, hey, you want to go on vacation to Seattle, to Leavenworth? It's amazing. Why don't you come with me? And they might sign up for the business by the time they're done.
What's the date again?
So July 21st through the 23rd.
But that's just at Leavenworth. So usually people go into Seattle.
On the 20th.
They'll stay a day before and a day after.
Yeah. So plan the 20th through the 24th to give you a travel day on each side for those of you coming from different states. Okay, but that's super fun. Hopefully there's no swim meet, Linz, huh?
I have a friend's wedding at the Renaissance Festival that weekend.
Dude, one of these days you'll make it to an event and it'll change your life. And you'll stop. You will stop. I have the power to mute you right here, so I can talk. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you.
When is conference in October? Because I'm getting married in October.
October 19 through 21.
Okay.
So again, a day before and a day after.
Okay, planning it. It's good.
That sounds like a perfect honeymoon.
No, we're going to Australia.
Fair enough.
Can I say something about training real quick?
All these dates are in the Team Mix chat, so I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but just know they're in the chat. All of you should be on there right now. I'll also post it in the page, okay? And Rick, go ahead.
So if you can go to the boot camp, I would strongly recommend going. Conference is all about building that belief by getting, hoorah about Juice Plus, but boot camp will tell you how to make it happen, how to get up on that stage, how to be an MD. So if you can go to boot camp, I would strongly recommend going.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. So in regards to one of my other big takeaways was we have 13 people on this call. We lost somebody. There was 14. Who got off? I don't know. But anyway, to figure out what each one of our strengths is and to help each other develop a strength in that category. So what Jenny just said about, Ken and Rick training on something that's so easy for them, that's what we're going to do for these series of training calls coming up here. Okay, so this is something also to put on your calendar. And the cool thing about this is that it helps you become a leader. And the best way to learn something is to teach it. Have you guys heard that before? Best way to learn something is to actually teach it. So I wrote down a few names on my list of people that I want to train through these next call series. They're going to be on our team calls. We're doing it Tuesday nights for now. We can take a poll on different days. Okay, go ahead. Ooh, we cannot hear you. No, we cannot hear you. We're holding. But so for instance, Ken and I had talked about him training on customer care because he just kills it in customer care. And I was kind of looking at the fire calendar, but what I was doing on my calendar here was coming up with who wants to train on the Tuesday night calls. So I'm going to let you guys volunteer, but I've written some names down and some different strengths that I have seen in each one of you. Ken was customer care. Travis was the ease of simplicity. He makes this business sound so easy by breaking it down to the basics. So Travis volunteered to kick it off next Tuesday. And so he's going to be training on the simplicity of how to get to 12 Club next Tuesday. All right. And then we have the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. I was thinking, Jenny, you're amazing at team building. You have this huge team. That might be something cool. Oh, Kaylee, you're right. That runs into my plan. Do we know what time that is at? So Kaylee just said that the
She said 7:30. I can read her lips.
7:30. Okay. It's at 7:30 on Tuesdays. So interesting. So if we did, oh my gosh.
The dog
Our
has
dog.
gas.
Oh my gosh. Our dog, I don't know what he ate. Hoofty. Okay. Well, curious, maybe if we did team call Monday night. Oh gosh. Okay. Team call Monday night. If some of you guys are going to take responsibility for leading these calls, that would be easier for me to do it on Mondays as well. May 6th is a Saturday. It's May 9th. May 6th is a Saturday. Jenny's right.
Okay, cool. So we can still do the Tuesdays. It's the 9th.
So it's the 9th? Okay.
So we can still stick with it.
Okay, so debating about changing our team call so that we can still keep up our momentum in the midst of the social media training. Social media training will be every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. So with that being said, I'm just going to make an executive decision right now. Monday nights are going to be our team call through the social media training. Okay, and I want the leaders to volunteer to, what about a team call at 7? My kids don't go to bed. I can't do it earlier. Has to be 7:30 for me. Sorry. Executive decision, 7:30, Monday nights. Boom. Okay? So, Ken, what day would work for you to do customer acquisition for us?
Customer care?
Yep.
Probably wouldn't be for a few weeks because
Okay.
I'm coming up on working Tuesdays.
Okay,
Right.
write that
So
down.
you had Rick down for initiation.
Yeah, Rick, I would love for you to chat about going up to people and like striking random conversation because you're so great at that. Jenny, I was thinking team building. Kaylee, I was talking about thinking about potentially utilizing chain of command like upline, and then, then proceeding up if you don't know the answer, so forth, because I think that's so important. Kind of takes the work and makes it a little bit easier for everybody if you're talking and dealing directly with your direct upline. What else? Mallory, I was thinking like you could just talk about anything because you're an amazing speaker. And I know that you were interested in potentially doing something like that. We were talking with you the other day about it as well.
Well, she just had really good ideas too about all the different avenues to connect with people, like in person. I don't know what you'd want to title that.
So anyway, something for you guys to think about. It's nothing we have to decide right here on the call, but I think it would be really cool for everybody to hear from other people besides just me too. I only have so many ideas, right? And so to play on each one of our strengths so that we can all get stronger in that department. Okay, so that was another big takeaway.
So Mallory and Rick, if you have a Tuesday you'd like to present something, let us know. Or a Monday. Let us know now or let us know in the near future.
So are we switching to Mondays?
Yeah, I think so, because the social media training, that's right what you missed right before you were able to walk in that training. So they're going to be doing a 6-week-long training on specifically social media through Soundboard. And these are guys that specifically deal with all the social media platforms. I think it's going to be super powerful. I will be posting the information of how to get signed up on that on our team page as well. And it's definitely something we'll be participating in to grow our business too, because social media is such a huge platform that I think our team underutilizes, because nobody, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody really knows much about it other than like how to make yourself look good on Facebook. That's all I know how to do. But our lives aren't perfect, you know? So my life looks really perfect for the last year on Facebook, but it's been one of the hardest years of my entire life, you know? So interesting. All right. So for something exciting, Travis and I decided we're going to do a challenge. Does anybody want a challenge here to help boost their business? Anybody interested in that?
Me!
Okay. Yay! Okay. So this is where we want your input, and nothing is set in stone here. We want everybody's input in this. But what we decided is that, you know, kind of similar to Kaylee, you participated in the challenge we did through personal training, where it was just like a $10 buy-in. Okay, so what we decided, in order to participate in this challenge, it would be a $20 buy-in. Okay, you can pay it through PayPal. If you're out of state, you can hand me the $20. It doesn't matter. Have to have the money in hand for you to be able to participate. It's $20, okay? But the coolest part is, you know, if there's 14 people on this call and each one of us decides to participate, $20 times 14, I don't know, is a lot of money. If someone can do math that fast in their head, let me know what the number is, okay? But
Isaac says it's 280.
280. Thanks, Isaac. 280.
But that's just who's on the call. We still have other team members who aren't here, so that could go up to $500 pretty easy.
Okay. So would an additional roughly $300 to $500 inspire anybody to potentially hit goals? I don't know. Would me, right? That would pay for a conference, our hotel room. Why not, right? So we've come up with a lot of different things, and I'm going to talk with Reagan Dean because she does a fun challenge with her team. It's like an online thing where it kind of tracks where everybody is. So let's say the goal is to get customers, right? And let's say the goal is to get 5 customers, let's say. And let's say I got 1 customer and I'm like, woohoo, it shows Lindsay got 1 customer. But then maybe Mallory is kicking some butt and she got 3 customers. So it would show on a graph of like where everybody is. So it's really cool. I'm going to figure out what software or what website that is.
And we believe there's a point system as well. So if you say, let's just say you have, I'll just throw out some names and then we'll put values to them. So new reps, qualified reps, calendar posts, maybe some books to read like the GoPro or the Magic or whatever, new customers, qualified customers, events that you're hosting. So all of these things will hold a different value as to what it's worth. And that's what we got to talk to Reagan about and find out what is worth more, what's worth less, because somebody might be really good at having shred participants and another might be good with non-shred participants, but we don't want to kick each other out. So, you know, if you have non-shredders versus shredders, but you still have, whether it's the reps or the customers, we just need to figure out what that value system is within Reagan's platform.
So yeah, so maybe getting a rep, like getting a customer is 1 point, and maybe getting a representative is 10 points. And the goal is to make it to 100 points. I don't know. So we're trying to keep it simple, but exciting. Anything that's going to give you points is going to grow your business and move forward. So anyway, it could be kind of fun moving forward here, but all of the different things that we have on our list, and we're open to suggestions, is only going to help you move your business forward more. And it's definitely, Ken has a good point. It's kind of a play on of what Nicole and Melissa were doing as they were shooting for 100 Club, and definitely we'll take a look at that and see if that can play into this challenge as well, because that's something that's already currently working out there. But I just think it would be fun. $20 isn't a heck of a lot of money, but it could be a potential motivator to like see that, oh my gosh, Ken is beating me on customer care. I need to step up my game there, and he's going to train us on how to do that. So it's just an idea to get us motivated to move forward as a team together, because we can all, accomplish more together than we ever can by ourselves.
What if we eventually, if like this incentives worked really well, did something for like a nonprofit, or put it back into the business or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Make a difference in the community, not just with Juice Plus, but with our team.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yep.
I have a quick question. So let's say we're doing the point system and you get a new rep. Can you tell that rep about this challenge and them contribute $20, and then they need to play catch up to kind of stay in the race? So then it's a way to motivate them to hurry up and build their business.
Absolutely.
Great idea. Yep. Cool. So
it's open to the entire team, period. I don't care if they're new or old, or, I mean, if they want to play, we can play.
Yeah, so we just thought it would be something fun, kind of outside of what Juice Plus is doing to help motivate us, and to kind of, light a fire in our bellies to go out and change some lives. The more people, the cool thing about this business is our paycheck is a direct correlation of how many people we're able to help, and I really truly got that more so, like, the more Dr. David Phillips talked about, like, being able to turn our bad genes off and turn the good ones on. Like, anybody who is taking Juice Plus, you're making a huge difference in their lives, whether they know it or not, So anyway, I just thought it'd be a way to bring some fun into what we're doing, and a little competitive edge. I know nobody on this call is competitive at all. Like, nobody has a competitive bone in their body, but, it might kind of light our inner athlete on fire to like, go ahead and get up and do it, So kind of cool. So what else? There's some new studies out that are, one of the ones that I've been waiting for so long is a study on obese. And what, like, specifically, Lindsay, you were watching my live video as they were releasing that. It was just so cool. Like, literally somebody who puts capsules in their mouth every day for 8 weeks could drop something like 8% body fat, and like their cholesterol could drop a ridiculous amount. I mean, so my goal is to find that video. Ken, if you haven't already, he's like the guru as far as finding that video. Have you found it already?
Which one?
The one on the obese study.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so my goal is to find that video and also post it to our team page. But it was just an awesome video that anybody, like, that you were just talking to Juice Plus about, like, you could just say, watch this video, and they'll probably be like, where's my order form? It was.
Wait, do you mean the video with Dr. Manfred, or however you say his name?
Yes.
I can post it. I've already watched it twice today.
Yay! Okay, I was looking for it, and I didn't find it.
It came up. I came up on my feed or something, and so I went and found it.
You found it while she was in Mass.
No.
I'm teasing. So anyway, that's really cool.
You're talking about the study that came out of Newcastle, Australia, correct? That's where the study was done.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know they have I don't know if it's the same video, but they have one on YouTube about it as well.
Okay. Well, Mallory's going to post what she's got. Another couple quick announcements. Someone will have to remind me her name, but Juice Plus is coming up with a personal development course specifically through Juice Plus. So it's a combination of Tony Robbins, Image,
Eric
Worre, like they took all of the best of the best of the best of all of the teams, what they're doing. What was her name, Mallory?
Brene Brown. She's like, she's
Talk.
the real deal. You should look at, if you guys look up, it's Brene, Brene Brown. And you look up her TED Talk on vulnerability. That's what put her on the map. And she has a few more.
So she's partnering with.
She is amazing. Amazing.
Awesome. So if you don't know who that is, look it up. She is partnering. I'm going to have to look it up myself. But everybody was really excited, and I felt left out because they were like standing and hollering, and I don't know who she is. So I'm going to have to catch up. But she is partnering with the Juice Plus company, and there is a personal development course that is coming out because most of all in this business, we work on ourselves, which helps us climb the ladder to success because most of the time we're standing in our own way. Because we're in our own head. So Roberti says when we're in our head, we're dead. And people, people follow your feet, not your words. So like if Jenny says, I want to make NMD and all this, right? People are going to follow her feet. When her feet move to NMD, they're going to do the same thing. You can't just say that you want to be NMD all day long and not have your feet move. So that one was pretty cool too. But talking about promotions and such, Juice Plus is now going to reward 100 Club members with an international paid vacation of someplace super extravagant.
And people like Mallory and Jenny and a lot of the other new names on this chat, if you get the chance to look at Team Rhino, I imagine that's how it's going to be.
Fair enough.
With their introduction, I don't even know what video that was.
Oh, it's called like the Gen Y.
Whatever.
How do you spell Rhino?
RHINO.
Okay.
So look up the video Gen Y Juice Plus is what Travis is talking about.
Yeah, that's what I imagine this is going to be like. Maybe I'm just overthinking.
And they're like on a yacht and they're just like.
They're pimping it out.
Having so much fun. They're on like this jet boat. Jet skis. It's so cool.
That video's Halawate is thanks to his leaders. That's where they go to Marbella, Spain.
Mm-hmm.
That's John or Josh Halawate?
John
Halawate.
So write that down, Mallory, and check that one out.
Yeah, the Europeans took their 100 Club members on a jet, didn't tell them where they were going, and took them to some oasis in the desert for like a week. It was phenomenal.
So cool. So anyway, lots of exciting announcements. And for those people who don't know what the Eltons is, that is for 12 club members as well. So it's definitely something that, I don't know. Anyway.
So, the Eltons is awesome.
The Eltons is like an adult prom. You get to like wear a tuxedo, and Rick and Ken, I know you guys like to dress nice, so I don't know. My expectation is to have some team members at the Eltons with us this year. That is coming up in October.
So that's our goal for all of you on this call.
We want you guys with us. They pick you up in a limousine. You get to wear fancy dresses. It's like the adult prom. So just kind of for your goal setting sake, that is something that I would have on your vision board, something that I would have in your head for October to come to the Eltons with us, because it is just...
The atmosphere is undescribable, the way that they stage everything, and they have entertainment. They had ladies hanging from ribbons from the ceiling that were going up and down like yo-yos, and I don't even know how they move their bodies that way, but they were doing this with ribbons.
It was like Cirque du Soleil for free, and live band. Who's the band?
It was a famous country band.
I don't remember.
It was in Nashville.
All for free.
Yeah, they just showed up, did their concert just for us. It was very private. Lindsay got to shoot a guy in the nose with a gun.
Highlights.
That video's out there somewhere.
It totally is. I was petrified.
It's fun.
But anyway, it's just our goal for you guys because we want you to participate in some of this fun. And you know what's just so exciting about all of these things is that if you work hard, our company is going to reward you. Period. The end. Okay? And it is so nice to be appreciated and to be loved by a company. If you work your butt off in the real world, usually you don't even get a pat on the back. So the fact that our company puts out these things for us, it's just unbelievable.
So the other big takeaway from conference is if you put in, this is from Jeff Roberti, if you put in between 3 and 5 years now, you don't have to work ever again because it works for you. So the people who've been to conference before and seen this, you'll understand it.
Sorry. I distracted him with a crying baby. I'm sorry.
Anyway, look at Jeff and Tony. Like they just live life. They don't have to do anything because it's all they've already done their work, you know. So 3 to 5 years and you're done working.
Cool. Go check on that baby, please.
All right.
Sorry, I'm sending him off. Daddy duty calls. The other thought that I had is just in our business, there really is not that much accountability. And one of the things that Bailey Fisher said, she just had a baby. She's on maternity leave. She's not wanting to go back. She was at the front of the room talking with her baby on her, just snuggling as she had the microphone. It was the coolest thing. But she said a lot of people in this business think that they work this business. And she's like, oh my gosh, I used to say that I worked so hard at this business today and I sent 10 messages. Does that like jive with anybody here? Like, and I would venture that like the majority of us on this call don't even send 10 messages every day. And to send 10 text messages, would that be hard or easy? It would be pretty easy to send 10 text messages every day just to say hi, reach out to your customers, reach out to a potential new customer. So what I was kind of thinking is every single week when we get on this call as an accountability measure to start the call off by saying, what did we do for our Juice Plus business this week? Go, right? Like Kaylee's on the call first. Kaylee, what did you do for your Juice Plus business this week? Shay hops on. Shay, what did you do for your Juice Plus business this week? And we just go through real quick at the beginning of each call and hold each other accountable. Like if I said that I was going to reach out to 10 people a day, did I follow through and did I do that? I want somebody holding me accountable on that as well. What do you guys think on that? Good? All right. So that's something I would like to implement as well, just because it would be easy to say even that you're going to send one text message a day, right? To Shay, to April, you guys are pretty new. Lindsay, Lindsay's, there's a lot of Lindsays. There's 4 Lindsays on this call, just saying, it's a cool name. But if we were to just say, hey, you know, Shay, April, Lindsay, were you able to send out a message? 1 message a day. How easy would it be to send 1 message a day and kind of work at getting some customers? Even if you sent 1 message a day, it's talking to 7 people every single week. It's probably more people than what we talk to, but it's really going to start treating this business like a business if we were to hold each other accountable for something like that. Okay, go ahead.
So when you guys reach out, I'm pretty sure Lindsay's not talking about vomiting Juice Plus on them. Reach out, make a connection, make a relationship, start building that relationship. You know, find out what they're up to, find out what they're doing. You know, hey, we haven't talked in 5 years. Just, you know, saw your post the other day. Been scrolling through your Facebook feed. It looks like you're having an awesome life. What have you been up to? Boom, into the conversation. So build that relationship for a little bit, and you know, the more questions you ask them of what they're doing, or just asking questions about their life, they're gonna tell you everything they're going to do, and then it's going to lead back to them asking you, what are you up to?
And
that's
Ken's pretty teaching us.
and that's how you get the invitation to tell them about Juice Plus.
Perfect. And that is where these trainings will come in handy. The series that I think we're going to launch with all the leaders on this team. Ken, you have an excellent point, and you're so stepping into your leadership by teaching us that, and makes a big difference how you reach out and what you say, for sure. So I'm excited to start that, and excited to have you guys do some training on that with our upcoming team calls as well. And really, the only other thing that I have to say is I want you guys to write out your goals so specific down to the day, the time that you want that goal in your lap. So as we were sitting on the plane, what my big goal is 100 Club. And I want to go on that international retreat. My goal was 100 Club before I even heard about that perk. So you can imagine that just fuels me even more. And so what I did is I wrote down 100 Club, which is my main goal, and I worked backwards from it, right? So I said that I wanted 100 Club in March of 2019. I wanted 75 Club in September of 2018 at the Tampa conference, 50 Club at the Phoenix conference, 39 Club in Indianapolis, and 24 Club in June, and so forth. So my goal was to never miss a 39 Club retreat ever again. That looked way too much fun. So that's another thing the company puts on, and so forth. So again, make sure that you are writing your goals down to the T. I know Travis's the next goal is to hit QNMD, and we are writing that down to an absolute T of what he needs, and how many customers that involves, how many new reps that involves, what club level that involves, and so forth. So write down your goal and walk backwards from it. If you're not sure what that looks like, talk to your upline.
And like Lindsay said, I have been doing nothing but being on the phone all day about these silly Omegas. So for the people who have been in the business a while, and you've got customers who may be a year or two old that you've either connected with or disconnected with, get back in contact with all of them and say, hey, we've got a new product right now. It's the Omegas, and see what you can do with that. I mean, that's gold that's just sitting there in my eyes.
That's why they made it gold, duh. All right, guys, with that being said, I know that was a ton of information. Any questions you guys have? We'll be working on Thursday with people with goals and how to nail them down at Southwest Plaza. It's go time, baby. Lindsay already has pages of goals. Is that what she's showing us?
Good.
Ooh, yeah. So calendar is your number one, and events is your number two. Get your feet moving so people can follow them.
And Rick, I'm going to give you a call when this is all done recording.
Any other questions, guys? Wow, we got that out in an hour. I'm impressed with us, just saying.